about to start. I'll have to dim the lights and walk back by. Sorry.
Good evening, everyone. They need to better, don't they, scholars? Let's try that one time. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much. My name is Dr. Dan Tyner, and I have the privilege of teaching 6th through 12th grade band here at ACE. I think one of the greatest part of my job is being able to start my day with beginners and progress through freshman band, 10th through 12th grade band. And I get to see the future of the program with 7th and 8th grade band, we go here tonight. And then I ended my day with high school percussion class, which I assure you is never a dull or boring thing. My takes home thanks to people for their help and the success of all the band programs here at ACE. First, Mr. Darren Johnson, I'm sure you've seen him back here. I know he kind of blends in with the kids, but he is a retired band director from Peach County. He's been working with us, our percussion instructor, for many years. He works with all the percussion at all levels twice a week. And also works with our marching band 2 to 3 days a week as well. He's a tremendous asset to the success of our program, and we're very proud to have Mr. Johnson. Please give him a hand. We would also like to thank Mrs. Camp, our Performing Arts Secretary, for all of her behind-the-scenes work to help the event run smoothly and successfully. And finally, we'd like to thank Mr. Labello and his scholars for assisting in the live streaming in the back of the room. So please give Ms. Camp and Mr. Labello a hand. This fine ensemble you see before you is our beginning dance program a little over a month ago. After going through the process of learning about and trying all the different instruments, we began our journey of making music with our instruments. Parents and guardians, thank you for your patience, support, and use of IB program to make us get to this point. I'm sure it all helped to get us here tonight. I'm extremely proud of their progress, and we hope to show you what we've learned in such a short amount of time. Tonight we're going to kind of take you through a typical band day of a beginning band scholar. Good morning, scholars. They're usually a lot more excited now. Let's try that one more time. Good morning, scholars. Good morning. There we go. That's my scholars. Very good. To start our day, we like to start making some sounds on our instrument. Parents and guardians, I'm sure you've heard this sound. We call it buzzing and squawking, and you'll see why in just a minute. All right, everybody ready? Let's buzz and squawk line J. Feet flat 4 steps straight. Breathe and squawk. Ready? 1, 2, letter J, and go. Good. Breathe, breathe. Lots of air. Assemble your instruments. Now, as you can imagine, at 7:45 in the morning, it takes a lot of coffee. But it's a lot of fun. I've been doing this is year 28 for me, so I've been able to do lots of wonderful things. All right, scholars, let's play our lowest note concert B flat, please. Breathe for 4, play for 4. Sounds a lot different, doesn't it? Let's try that one more time. Breathe for 4, play for 4. Now we're going to play that same warm-up we just did with our rhythms, but we're going to put some notes to it, make it sound a little bit more musical. Here we go. Making Music. It used to be called Smart Music. They changed the name so many times I can't remember. But we're going to use a little bit tonight. You'll hear kind of some background music as we're playing too, and it just helps the scholars have something to play with, and helps us hear good tones, good sounds as we play and learn our notes and such. And in a month's time, we've learned at least 6 notes. You play a lot of music with 6 notes. So here we go. Let's try quickly here to click. 2, ready, and. Ready, so 1, 2, ready, and. Next song we're going to play is called Leapfrog. You'll see why. It jumps. But a lot of the first notes we play, we do a lot of scales up and down, steps, lines. But then we got to learn to jump around, which means we have to know our fingerings, we have to know the notes on the page. There's so much that goes on in our brains when we're trying to play an instrument. So I'm very proud of everyone. So we'll play a little song called Leapfrog. And it has a repeat, which means we have to play it twice. Ready, so 1, 2, ready, and. lot of different kind of music to play along to, so you're not just sitting in the room by yourself, you know, listening to yourself make up music. So that's one reason I really enjoy it. Next, again, way back in the dark ages, this was called Go Tell Aunt Rhody, but now we just Go Tell Aunt. Ready, scholars? 1, 2, ready, play. This one has a really good sense of pulse, tempo. You'll see someone tapping your toe. That's how we kind of internalize the pulse of the music. I try not to, I tell them don't do horse math up here. We don't need to hear that. But we just try, that's how we keep a good sense of the tempo. And you can tell they stay very well together. I already have to stand where you look pretty while they do it, so I'm really proud. Play a little song for you called Jubilee. Sorry, technology. Hold that. All right, here we go. Scholars ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Very nice. Very familiar tune. It's called Beethoven's Joy. Thank you, scholars. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Next one is called Brightly Shining. Ready? 2, ready, play. Stop trim. 1, 2, ready, play. Our last piece tonight is a very challenging piece for them. Again, a month ago we didn't know what gin and blow was on these things. And now we do. And so we've got a piece. And I think after lamb chops, the rest of the lamb family got very upset. And so we have Scary Had a Little Lamb. And so we got to get us ready for the spooky season coming up. There's different themes. You know, in the book we all kind of play the same thing. But in this song, different sections have different themes. They play at different times. They play around. I mean, it's a lot of different challenging pieces, but they did an extremely well job, and I hope you enjoy Scary Had a Little Lamb. They're going to come sit down with mom and daddy and grandma, whoever's here today, and we're going to do this quickly and quietly.
depicting the excitement and exuberant feeling of flight when watching a jet in the sky. It's impossible not to imagine the rush the pilot must feel when kicking into the afterburners. That sudden burst of speed, this beast seeks to capture the main emotions a person may feel flying through the sky: excitement at the takeoff, awe at the beauty of the earth, and burst of joy when the afterburners hurtle into the sky. We hope you enjoy Randall Stanbridge's Afterburner.
Good evening. My name is Emily Williams, and I play clarinet in the junior high concert band. We continue our exploration
inspiration of Flight to Niagara Fall pieces Above the World. Above the World is an innovative as well as creative piece that will motivate young players as well as stimulate their imagination. This is impressive writing at this grade level in the way it effectively conveys the feeling of a soaring creator. We hope you enjoy Rob Price's Above the World.
scholars will go back and go quick to the main room and pick up your instruments, and they will meet you in the small dining hall at the exit. Thank you again. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful program. Thanks again.